I can't believe this. Another one already. In the past 3, maybe 2 weeks, not even, in all of these counties and states that have recently implemented their zero regulations gun laws. Open carry, including for children. No, I'm not kidding. No training, no background checks, no permits, no questions asked, where blind people are given guns. All of a sudden, headlines like these have started popping up. Ralph Yarl. The boy rang the wrong doorbell. And 84-year-old Andrew Lester has been charged with first-degree assault and armed criminal action for shooting a young teen who rang the wrong doorbell, trying to pick up his younger brothers. Mr. Lester, who is white, shot Ralph Yarl, who is black, once in the arm and once in the head last Thursday night. Prosecution says there is a racial component to the shooting. Mr. Lester has not been charged with a hate crime. My message to the community is that in Clay County, we enforce the laws and we follow the laws. Well, I believe this is one of those states that has severely relaxed any existing gun laws. Ugh. And here's the old bastard right here. They initially detained him for questioning, but let him go, sparking protests throughout the city on Sunday. Mr. Lester's home has reportedly been vandalized. You can't just shoot people without having justification when somebody just comes knocking on your door. Knocking on your door is not a justification. The teen had been trying to pick up his younger brothers from a friend's house. So he knocked on Mr. Lester's door. He mistakenly went to 115th Street instead of 115th Terrace and rang the doorbell. After being shot, he had to go to 3 nearby homes before somebody would help him. Child knocks on your door by himself. Just start shooting. And here's another very tragic one. Upstate New York, close to where I live. I am disgusted. Beautiful 20-year-old woman was shot and killed after her friend turned into the wrong driveway. They were looking for a friend's house. Obviously, didn't know exactly where she lived. Kaylin Gillis, who was a passenger in the vehicle, she wasn't even the one driving. The friend pulled into the wrong driveway, and 65-year-old Kevin Moynihan fired 2 shots from his front porch. They were looking for a friend's party and went up the wrong driveway. We thought we were at the right address. We didn't have any cell service to figure this out. As soon as we realized we were at the wrong location, we started to leave, and that's when he showed up and started shooting. I tried to step on the gas as fast as I could. And that's when that fatal shot came right through. I want to believe her death was instant. I'm hoping it was. I'm praying it was. They drove up this driveway for seconds, realized their mistake, and were in the process of pulling out. And he has been charged with second-degree murder. Second-degree murder, not first-degree murder, which is exactly what it was. Second degree. And you know why they're saying second degree? That's saying it was not intentional. And because it was on his property. Because defending himself. What it was first-degree murder. You know, there are plenty of murders we see on these propaganda crime shows. It doesn't matter if you own the house. It doesn't matter if it's your property. When you kill somebody, you're guilty of murder. When the person is exhibiting zero physical threat to you immediately, it's murder. And here's the latest one. Kinsley White, 6 years old, was shot by a North Carolina neighbor who got upset that her basketball rolled into his yard. The gunman also shot her parents and other family members. Luckily, the little girl was released from the hospital during the night. This is just getting dumb. I had to Google this one because it felt like a joke. After everything we've seen this week, now over a damn basketball. This isn't satire? Jesus fucking Christ. Haven't you heard? Satire is dead. Of course it's not satire. Look at what country you're living in. What do you expect will happen when there are no consequences for actions, no matter how heinous or unnecessary or evil those actions? People are going to take advantage of it. I said this on Twitter. It's a green light for the worst among us to take full advantage to kill with impunity, to harm others with impunity. Is anybody noticing a parallel between the cop problem we have and this shit right here? People are supposed to be up in arms themselves. They're supposed to be protesting. They're supposed to be demanding a severe overhaul when it comes to policing in this country because of the wanton abuse and line crossing and violation of people's most basic human rights. Murders of people. And it's never some big asshole that could easily kick their ass either. It's always the people who can't defend themselves. It's the elderly. It's the old lady in the car with her blinker on. It's the 72-year-old man getting his skull cracked open. It's children. It's the mentally ill. It's the physically disabled. It's women. It's pregnant women. It's minorities. It's the poor. Anyone for any reason. can get their skull kicked in, can get fucking killed because these people have qualified immunity. These people wear a badge. These people actually believe they are, by default, the good guys. And when they are told that they are the good guys, everybody else becomes bad guys. And what do you expect will happen? What do you expect? Who do you expect is going to come looking for these jobs? People with problems. People with issues. Everybody understands now in this country, it's a matter of common sense, that it's wrong. And there have to be some serious changes made. And now they're reading all of these headlines. All of these headlines came at me in quick succession. I said 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. Honestly, I don't even think it's been more than a week that all of these incidents have occurred. The GOP and NRA shills in all of these states and counties are eliminating all restrictions when it comes to gun ownership and gun usage and gun storage. We have total open carry states and counties now. Places where they're giving children guns. Places where they're bringing children to gun shows. Your politicians are bragging about toddlers being taught how to handle weapons. No background checks, no permits, no training. What do you expect is going to happen? You think school shootings are a problem? This shit is just going to keep getting worse. When there are no consequences for these horrible, evil things, people are going to take advantage of their ability to do these horrible, evil things. The worst among us will be all too eager to open fire on a 6-year-old and her family because a basketball came into their yard. When they are given the green light to kill with impunity, anything they don't like is going to become a killable offense. There was a pregnant woman, I think it was in Tennessee. One of these open carry gun nuts, some random fucking loser in a store, decided to take it upon himself to shoot a pregnant woman because he thought she may have been shoplifting or opening merchandise or whatever. Who cares? It's not his business. I don't even think he worked at the store. But he was given the right, the privilege, I should say, to open carry a weapon wherever he goes, no background check, no psychological exam, no screening, no training. And all of these people, too many of them, actually mistake the right to carry with the right to fire upon whoever they want to. And that's what they're doing. For whatever reason they don't like, to whoever they don't like, or just if they're having a bad day. Just like the cops. They're going to crack some fucking skulls. They're going to kill people. They're going to pretend they're some action hero and roll around in the grass and shout at people and get all fucking paranoid, and they're going to pull the trigger, and people die. It is the exact same thing that we have been seeing with police. When these laws are being passed, when you take away the consequences, this is what's going to happen. And no, it's not satire. It's not a joke. These are real people, children. And that's another thing. They do this to children. They do this to unarmed, innocent people. Nobody who could or would pose a threat. They not only have been given full freedom to carry these deadly weapons, but now they're going to use it to say, I have the right to shoot. And they're shooting 6-year-olds. They're shooting teenagers. They're shooting pregnant women. That's who they're scared of. And the guy who shot the pregnant woman claimed self-defense. Dude, you just said you shot her because she was shoplifting. That would be an offense against the business, not you. You don't work there. Even if you did work there, you wouldn't be allowed to open fire on a customer or anybody. Self-defense. And you can see it in these lame-ass bogus charges. Not first-degree murder. Not drop the self-defense shtick, you moron. Trying to get out of it. You're guilty. You're guilty of attempted murder. Or you are guilty of murder. But no. Just like with the cops. The cops with their qualified immunity, and now people with their stand my ground laws. My property. Get off my property. I don't want anything on my property. And watch. They'll get off. At least one of these people, so far, like I said, this is going to keep happening. Because what do you expect will happen? At least one of them will get off scot-free. Because that's something they don't say, because your lawmakers and your NRA shills don't care. They don't care that people are too fucking stupid to know that your right to carry does not mean your right to shoot. It does not mean your right to kill with impunity. It does not mean you are deputized to protect a Walmart or a CVS or claim self-defense when a 6-year-old's ball rolls onto your lawn. This actually proves you should never have a weapon. You should never be trusted with a firearm. Things that we would have been able to sort out if we had basic common sense gun laws, if we gave personality tests, if we gave psychological exams, if we required training, if we required registration, if we required insurance, if we took a page from Chris Rock and made it so that all bullets cost $5,000, this shit would never happen. These people don't care who dies. They don't care who gets injured. They don't care that that pregnant woman and her fetus are in critical condition. They don't care what it does to other people's lives, to the friends and the loved ones. They don't care. And these people sure as hell don't care. These are the people your representatives are supposed to be protecting you from. This is the exact shit your representatives are supposed to be protecting you from. That's why you pay them. And it's amazing to me. I don't even want to read the rest of these comments. It's amazing to me that people will read the headlines and they will actually be surprised. They actually think it's satire. They think it's all a joke. Normal, everyday people everywhere in this country have this mental inability to connect the dots, to trace back down the line, to fill in the blanks. This gorgeous 20-year-old girl absolutely did not have to die. There was no reason for it. This 14-year-old boy never should have been shot at by an adult for knocking on a door. This 6-year-old and her parents and other family members should never have had to experience that type of trauma, that direct threat to her life, because she lost her basketball. Just had to get that out there. And there are other examples as well that I didn't pull up extra tabs for. I just wanted to get my eruption out.